Good morning, watch nerds. Now, a friend of mine has been doing me a few favours recently, namely looking after my dog. Now, knowing what he's like, it was pointless offering him money, so I thought I'd gift him a watch, especially as a bit of a watch nerd himself. Now, this popped up on AliExpress, and having a pretty good idea of his taste and the fact it represents incredible value, I pressed the button and I ordered one. And welcome to my unpaid and unsponsored review of the Tandorio GMT. So this is the Tandorio GMT, and as far as I know it doesn't have another name or a reference number. The watch is available in a plethora of options, including different colours, different dial textures, with a strap or a bracelet, and you can even get it with a titanium case. I'm not going to give you the price because they tend to vary from day to day, but for what you get, I'm sure you'll be amazed. Now, as far as originality goes, it doesn't score highly, but unless you've money to blow thousands of pounds on a Grand Seiko, don't complain. You probably wouldn't expect to get great packaging when you pick up a watch at a bargain price, and you'd be right. That said, it's no worse than the box my Seiko Alpinist came in, and that cost nearly £700. It's a simple cardboard box with a foam lining and a 1-year inside warranty, which actually means nothing. Moving on to the dimensions then. Now the case is 39mm, the lug width is 20mm. The depth is 12mm, which includes a flat sapphire crystal with some AR coating, and the lug to lug is 48mm. On this leather strap it weighs about 74 grams. In my opinion, it probably wears a tad larger than the dimensions indicate. And just a quick wrist check. This is my watch of the day. It's the Cole Lehman Classic Field. As mentioned, this is available on a bracelet, and the price difference is almost nothing. I would normally suggest you buy it on a bracelet and change it for a strap if required, but I know at this price the bracelet's going to be pence. It is in actual fact an H-link bracelet with a butterfly clasp and no half links. Now surprisingly enough, this is a pretty decent one, and I think it suits the watch beautifully. Now they could have stuck with a stiff crocodile strap, but this vintage style soft leather one, well, I think it will do nicely. Inside is the NH34 GMT movement, which took the world by storm a few years ago. Because it's produced by Seiko, you know it's going to be reliable and you know it's going to be robust. Now the stated tolerance is plus 40 minus 20 seconds a day, but from experience they tend to come in a lot better than that, and if regulated correctly can in actual fact be surprisingly accurate. Let's have a quick look at this one on a time grapher. Now on arrival, the beat error is actually quite high, and it was running a bit fast, so I took the back off, and I think it's pretty spot on now. It's a 3Hz automatic calibre, which means it ticks away at 21,600 beats per hour. Hacks, hand winds, is actually one of the nicest movements to hand wind. Unscrew the 6mm unsigned screw down crown for the hand winding position, once more for the GMT hand and date complication, then again for the time adjustment. Now this is a caller's GMT as opposed to a true GMT, which means the GMT hand is moved when in the second position, rather than the hour hand. Personally, I prefer this configuration, especially as you did quick set date. One of the many options they give you is a sterile dial, but although I'm not a great fan of this brand name, I dislike it less than sterile dials. For me it just looks odd having a gap where there should be a name. I thought this wavy textured finish on a white background was a great option, especially as I know my friend's got a similar dial with a blue background. Both the applied indices and Dauphine hands are chromed. Now there is a little bit of C3 lume on the hands, but honestly, nothing worth showing you. As this is a sporty dress watch, I'm fine with that though. Under the 12 o'clock is a Tandorio logo, with Tandorio written below that. Above the 6 o'clock it reads automatic, with GMT written in red. Now there's a frame date window at the 3 o'clock, which by coincidence is colour matched, but it wouldn't have been if this was another colour option. The GMT markers are unusually inside the hour markers, which I happen to like very much, even though it's not actually their design. My only real criticism is that the silver hands against the white dial make this quite difficult to read at a glance. The case is fully brushed, with circular brushing on the tops of the lugs and horizontal brushing on the sides. Now, whilst the circular brushing isn't brilliant, I have to say the brushing on the sides is excellent. The screw down case back helps with the watch's impressive claimed 200 metres of water resistance. It's fully brushed with some basic information detailing the sapphire crystal and an automatic movement, etc. So what do I think of the Tandorio GMT? Well, I love the watch it homages, but at the price on offer, it's never going to be perfect. But what watch is? What I can tell you is it's got a very good movement, a sapphire crystal, a nice strap, and it looks gorgeous. And in reality, these are the things that really count. Now, I appreciate this has been a fairly quick review, but I hope you've got from it what you need to know. All I can say is if you fancy one, they're well worth the price, so give it a go. Now that brings me to the end of this review, so as usual, may I ask you to subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the like button, leave your comments below, and as usual, enjoy the rest of your day.